Bitch, why didn't you tell me Potomac was this good this season? I'm about to start the fight episode, and I cannot believe I haven't been recapping because, I mean, is anybody else watching this shit? Why haven't y'all told me? This is the best season of Potomac. The Darby, Monique, who used to be my fave babes, is coming for Candace. I used to hate Candace, but she seemed like she's grown up a little bit. But Monique is about to whoop her ass. Giselle is back with Jamal. Her kids are not okay with it. Juan about to propose, okay. Karen got this fake storyline. And this new chick, oh my God. Y'all about to make me do this. Shouts to Shina for telling me I should have done this from the very beginning. My bad, sis. Woo, I'm about to quit my job and just do these fucking recaps. Work is really interfering in my recaps, okay? Can somebody call Jennifer? Let's do a recap since this is the first time you guys are hearing from me. First things first, Giselle is back with Jamal. Do you, sis? I mean, there is only one woman who can love that short neck, big collar man, and that probably is you. You seem very happy. Giselle put on a little relationship weight, so you know she in love. Shouts out to Jamal for buying or letting the girls partner in their own restaurant. That's amazing. Also, I love that Giselle is coming back as first lady, but still being true to herself. Like, she's still cursing up a storm. She's still living life, dressing how she wants. So, what you eat don't make me shit. Do you, sis? Next up is this Karen and Ray storyline. Honestly, I would love for Karen to continue to be on the show. I just need I need something else from you, girl. Because we don't even care about this. Oh, he hasn't been really into you since LaDom. Like, that's just a reason to show LaDom all the time. Also, Ray love you. He ain't going nowhere. He like 83. So you good. Karen, I also need you to stop being so close with Candace. Where's the old controversial Karen? Now that everybody loves Ashley, you can't be an asshole to her. So what's your storyline? Think of another one. We want to keep you on the show, sis, but think of another one. Come on. We're rooting for you. We're all rooting for you. Next up is Ashley. Listen, I love Ashley. So trust and believe that everything I'm about to say is not negative towards her. And I gotta say, like, allegedly. So let's go back to the booty bite. Allegedly. So Michael Darby is from Australia. He's a white man from Australia. Those are two things that have caused the disconnect in terms of what allegedly happened. One, y'all know white men be taking them photos. I don't know if y'all went to PWIs or if you live in a very integrated area. You know these white boys be taking pictures with them, like, you know, bent over in front of each other. Black men don't do that. Not saying one is right or wrong, but there's just differences there. So white man touching a black man's ass. Allegedly. Michael has made comments before. Allegedly made comments before. And he's made some on camera. No, you know what I'm saying? Like I said, I went to PWI, so I know how this goes. They be joking around with this. He don't really mean that he would suck Juan's dick. Allegedly, right? You know what I'm saying? Like, he don't really mean that. It's very clear that he is messing around with women or 2 or 7. So he's very into women. He doesn't mean it like that, y'all. Y'all can stop with like the gay rumors and all that. He is a very comfortable white male. The second thing that got him in trouble is that he's international white. People in other places don't understand the two very different dynamics between black and white America. We live very, very differently because America has not come to terms with this racial history, has not apologized for it, does not even talk about it. So there's a divide. So whereas the lines with, you know, white and all others might be a little thinner, the line might be a little thinner in your country and other countries, it is thick as fuck here. So I don't think that Michael was able to read that just because he's not familiar with it. And he's older. You are an older white international male. All of those things mean that you can't joke around like you did with this younger black, I would assume, American male. Not saying that you did it, but if you allegedly did do it, even though you guys settled, right? Let's say that it was true, that it did happen. I could understand it. Now, I could also understand how this man did not ask for it. So this is not an excuse for it, but we can understand how, if this happened. Now, the incident this year, there's photos, so I don't really got to say allegedly, right? Because this is what happened. And he has actually stated that he did go to the hotel room, that it was a woman who took his photo. Now, me, myself, like I said, I love Ashley. It's very highly likely that this man got drunk and fell asleep, but it's also highly likely that he did not. Now, I will say, to the woman who fucked, who's laid next to him, you stupid. You got money from TMZ, from this gossip site? You ain't even get money from TMZ, girl. You got money from this gossip. That's your one. You didn't get this to TMZ. Two, you didn't get this to Michael. Do you know? This is the man with the money. He would never in his entire rest of his life want this out. Do you know what you could have got for this? For the rest of your life? Now, I don't condone scamming, extortion, none of that shit. I don't condone crimes, but when I see a dumb one done, I be wishing, damn, like, I could have done this so much better. I be seeing niggas rob banks and I'm like, you dummy. That's exactly how I feel. You clearly went into this situation knowing that you were going to take that photo to show someone else, to prove something in the moment. Bitch, you could have done it. You could have used that evidence a little better. Okay? I will say, though, I love this season's Ashley, right? We had seen Ashley crying on the reunion couch like, I want to leave him, but I can't. Because financially, he provides for my mother. He provides for me. He provides for my family. And I can't leave. This year, we got a whole different Ashley. She said, listen, I'm not afraid to leave Michael Darby. Trust and believe that, okay? And that's the Ashley I like. We ain't staying together just for Dean. Oh, you thought you was going to get in on this threesome thing for the rest of your time here? Well, guess what? Yoink. You lost all privilege. This is like a child. You're like, guess what? Taking the PS5 away from you. Tough. You ain't never getting it back. Do something else, I'm kicking you out my fucking house. And I love this. I love the empowered Ashley. I love the strong Ashley. Also, I do not love that Ashley has a hole in her booty. Can we fix this? I hope that's been fixed. Because I can imagine if you shitting, does that mean it went? Did you know because it went into your vagina? Oh, I will say I also like Robin this season. There were moments where she and Giselle were like being bullies to people. This season, they're a whole lot better. And I like to see Robin individually outside of her and Giselle friendship. But okay, eventually you're going to get married to Juan. Great. That's all good and well. Happy you finally getting there. Y'all wasn't leaving each other anyway. Great. I noticed that I really liked Robin when she was on the bench with the new girl, Wendy, and her oldest son came and sat in the middle of them. And she looked at him like, motherfucker, what are you doing here? Why'd you have to sit on top of me? Get the fuck out of my face, kid. Now, she didn't say those words, but she meant it very lovingly. And in those moments, I have never related to another woman in my life. I anticipate if I parent 2 young boys, that's the kind of annoyance that I would feel. And the frustration I would feel when they're on top of me when I'm trying to have grown woman conversations. So Robin, really fuck with you this season. Wendy. You know, I go back and forth with you, sis. One minute I'm like, yes, educated black woman. Yes, family woman. Yes, Nigerian woman. Yes, education, having all these jobs. But you know, I don't want to be reminded of it every single episode. It's okay. We got it. What else you bringing? Can you give me some personality? And a nice one. You got all of that? We need that to be coupled with amazing personality. Don't let us down, sis. You a fucking professor, son. Don't let us down. I'm rooting for you, kind of, sort of, maybe. I think so. I mean, look, it's Potomac. It's all black women, so I'm rooting for all y'all. But Wendy, the verdict is still out. But come on. Now, Candace. What's the name for, like, man-child in female form? You can't say woman-child. But Candace is a full product of she's a full product of her mother. It's unfortunate because you see how much parents can affect the lives of children. Actually, they affect your entire life. It's all based on how you've been brought up, whether it be by parents, by things that happen in the street, friends, family, whatever it is. So this is why the way she is the way that she is. And I say it sounds like it is a negative thing. But I love the new Candace that we've been getting this season so far. It's surprising to me, but I'm so glad we see it. There are still and there will always be some shady moments, some lack of accountability moments. But I'm loving like the vulnerable Candace that we're seeing. Like the fear to raise another child because she saw how much her mother impacted her. Like that is, I don't know if I've ever seen that on television. And I love that. Like, that's what I look for shows. You know, that's what I look for reality TV. One, to relate, and one, to see something new. Candace, this is something new that we haven't seen. And I love that vulnerability, especially coming from someone who, you know, tried to front like they were so self-assured and confident and just didn't care about anything else. So I love this moment. Whew. Next up is our girl, Monique. Now, let me say, ever since Monique has been on this show, I have loved her. I think she rises above the petty. She's got a husband. You know, it's called Real Housewives. So she's got a husband. She's got a family. She looks good. Her hair is always great. They got money. Her husband respects her. I just see them doing things right. Now, this season has shed a different light on it. I've noticed that both she and her husband are very petty. It's hurting my soul because Monique used to be my fave. And you know what I see? And people are like getting really into it. You know, I don't think the way that she reacted to them having the conversation inside when she was outside, you know, with the fire pit and everything was right at all. I'm not making any excuse for that. But if anyone knows any stay-at-home moms, when they plan something for, you know, others, not just their children, actually, when they plan anything, it becomes a very big deal. It's almost like their job. It's almost like you planning a meeting at your job and no one paying attention. No one coming to the meeting, no one showing up, nobody interacting, no one, you know, taking in your ideas. That's this. This is her job. Her job is to coordinate moments, to take care of people, to ensure that people have food, a good time. And that can be her kids, her husband, her friends. So that's the why. I know the reason why, but that is not a justification for the actions, right? And Giselle actually tried to do a good job with it. I think Candace did the right thing by pushing her to this, or bringing Ashley to the side and bringing Giselle in because their relationship was a little shaky. I think that was handled perfectly, which is another reason I was like so grateful for Candace's growth this season. But the way in which Monique handled that was not great at all. And I hope that watching this over, she will see that. I do. But let's get to this motherfucking fight.